If I could go back in time to when I first started cutting, I wouldn't touch a new pair of clippers or a new pair of shoes until I fixed these 5 things. I made money as a barber, but I could never save it. So if you're a barber trying to build something real, this video might save you years of struggle. Now, let's talk about the financial mistakes that held me back and how you can avoid every single one of them. Mistake number 1, spending like I made it before I actually did. The second I started making money, I had thought I made it. New shoes, new clothes. I was a big soccer fan, so I was buying jerseys every single week, and jerseys are not cheap. I didn't have a budget, so I was overspending for months. I used to tell myself, as long as I'm cutting every day, I'll be fine, but that's not building, that's burning yourself out. Mistake number 2, no separation between personal money and business money. I kept everything in one account, using the same money for groceries, gas, birthday gifts, and tools. It made it extremely difficult to tell if my business was doing well or not. Was I being profitable? Who knows? I couldn't tell you. Having your money messed up like that can make it impossible to plan, save, and even scale. Mistake number 3, ignoring slow seasons. I used to think every month was like December, but the truth is, barbering has dry seasons. People cancel, move, spend less, but I didn't prepare. I spent like every month will be busy, and when it slowed down, I panicked. I was desperate for a walk-in, or in worst case scenarios, I would ask money from family just to make it by. Mistake number 4, relying only on the chair. Everything depended on me cutting hair. If I got sick or needed any time off, I wouldn't make any money. I had no secondary source of income. No products, no digital content, no brand, just a chair. And that, for a barber, is a very dangerous spot to be in. And finally, mistake number 5 is not tracking my money at all. When I first started, I didn't track my income or my expenses. People would ask me how much I made last week, last month, or even last year, and I couldn't tell them because I didn't know. Not knowing how much I was making meant I couldn't set goals. I couldn't see the patterns in my schedule. I was just guessing, and guessing isn't the way to create wealth. These mistakes weren't just about money. They were about mindset. I wasn't focused on my barbering business as I should have been, and because of that, my business was bleeding. Once I shifted how I thought about barbering as a business, everything started to change. Budget with intention, every dollar should have a job of its own. I split my money, bills, savings, and investments, and I cut off all impulsive spending. Make sure you're separating your accounts. I use one account for business and one for personal use. This alone gave me so much clarity. Make sure you have an emergency fund. I say you should have at least 2 to 3 months worth of expenses saved up for slow seasons. You never know what could happen, and having this can give you peace of mind. Make sure you're building income beyond the chair. Selling products, offering content, or building a brand online are some ways you can make money without cutting. Track everything you make and write it down. Some can argue that your bank account tracks it for you, but what about the cash you spend? Writing everything down manually keeps me accountable and helps me grow, and hopefully it can help you too. If you're a barber, don't wait for the wake-up call. Learn from my mistakes, not your own. Maybe you take my advice, maybe you don't. Remember, the goal is to be built. Built for freedom, security, and growth. If this helped you out, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which mistake hit the hardest.